Hey. What's good, y'all? What's good? Happy Thanksgiving for those that celebrate the actual holiday. Happy Family Day. Happy whatever you want to call it. I look at it as a time. I look at it as a time to, enjoy family, friends, eat some food. I ate a lot of food. And now I'm chilling, man. Oh shit. Finishing my cigar that I almost dropped, but I caught it because I still got hands. What's up, y'all? Some of y'all probably in the bed. It's late on Thanksgiving night. Some of y'all got to get up the tailgate for that Eagles game tomorrow. I'll say my lighter ain't lighting. Get up for that Eagles game tomorrow, man. And yeah, I'm outside in the shed, man. I'm chilling, man. I ain't feel like going nowhere. You know what I mean? I ain't want to be out in the streets tonight. So I was on a Zoom with some good brothers. Shout out to my new Corey and my newfound friend, Mr. Brother Sean, the OG. You know, we were smoking, just talking some good stuff, man. Like men do. But I'm not finished my cigar. And I'm gonna finish off this bottle of English Harbor rum from Antigua. Shout out to my brother Mikey Brickus. He brought it back from the Canary Islands for me. He knows I'm a rum connoisseur. He brought me one. Every time he travels, he brings me one back. So cheers to you, Mr. Brickus, my brother. And I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. How y'all doing out there, man? Hopefully y'all having a good night. Y'all had a good day, with some good food. Like I said, man, enjoyed yourselves, man. I always appreciate some good people. If you're watching on IG, I'm not gonna be able to see your comments because I'm streaming to IG through an app. So um I'll get to your comments if I get a chance. I'll try to pay attention. It's actually kind of hard. Actually, if I do this, can I snap it in there? No, can't do that. Maybe. Boom. If I do that, hold on, your boy about to get creative. Snap this bad boy over here like so. Hold on, what you doing? Come on, Windows. What we doing, Windows? All right, so now I can see both. Look at that. Technology is amazing. Truly amazing. Do I got anybody? I don't think I got anybody jumping in. Actually, you know what? I can't see the other chats though. If I do it that way. So I'm gonna have to go full screen. I'll check the IG every now and then. That's all. But yeah, man. How y'all doing out there, man? Hopefully y'all doing all right. Let me change up I don't like how my name look in the corner. I'm picky like that. So I'm gonna switch it up and do that. And black is fine. As long as you can see it, it's all good. No worries, no pressure. So, a lot of football happening. What happened with the other game? Is the other game over? We got hold on. Ooh, Bengals are smacking the Ravens. 5 minutes left. 15-point game. That's crazy. Cowboys won today. Cowboys trying to make some noise, man. I'm not one of those. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm a big Eagles fan. My family's all my kids Eagles fans, like except for my oldest daughter who she's a Saints fan because her mom's from New Orleans. But I respect it. But I appreciate good football, man. And Cowboys looked all right today. I mean, against the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs aren't the Chiefs of old. The Chiefs might miss the playoffs this year. Cowboys might miss the playoffs this year too. But I'm saying I'm not like I don't hate no other teams. I just want to watch a good game. And especially after my team losing, Eagles lost to the Cowboys. I don't think they should have, but it happens. I mean, the way the NFL is, man, it's not, you got people all hype and excited. If you were a Cowboys fan, you should be excited because you beat the Super Bowl champs. You should be excited. But, let's not get carried away. I mean, y'all got a solid offense, 100%. Y'all got a solid offense. I mean, that's why y'all were able to score 24 points on the Eagles defense, because y'all got one of the better offenses in the league, but y'all defense is terrible. And if the Eagles offense decides to start clicking it, they're going to be unstoppable like they were last year. But for now, they don't look that good, man. The Eagles offense don't look that good. The Bears got some solid people in a secondary, so I think tomorrow's game is going to be interesting. We have a viewing party. I know tomorrow it's a home game, so a lot of people are going to be down there to tailgate. A lot of people are going to the game, obviously. I'm sure it's going to be a sold-out game. But if you don't want to do either, if it's too cold for you to be out tailgating and you don't got tickets to the game and you want to smoke a cigar with us, watch the game, meet me at Cigar Code, man. Supreme Events Group has asked me to help them be a part of a game viewing party at Cigar Code tomorrow. You can go to Supreme Group Events. What's up, Sandra? How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving. You can go to supremegroupevents.eventbrite.com for that event. We will be at Cigar Code tomorrow, 3:00. Game starts at 3, so they probably gonna open at 3. I'm letting y'all know right now. So be there, ready to come in and get your seat and all of that stuff. I'll be there. I'll be smoking, drinking, eating. Cigar Code got good food and good cigar selection. Buy some cigars from your humidor. Don't bring your own cigars. Get some from the humidor. They have a good selection of cigars. If they don't have the brand you like, they have something that you like. If you really know cigars, they'll have something that you smoke. Like people crack me up with with the whole, I only smoke this or I only smoke that. You're missing out. You are missing out. If you only smoke one brand of cigar, you are missing out. I'm telling you. You can have your favorites. Everybody got their favorites. But you have a good night. Oh, who that? Oh, that's Unc. What's up, Unc? Have a good night, Unc. Be safe, man. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I'm enjoying my Thanksgiving right now, Sandra. Right now. Got everything out of the way. I don't have to eat until probably tomorrow at Cigar Code. I probably won't eat till tomorrow after 3:00. My body is full. I'm good. I'm a little dude, man. I don't eat a lot. I mean, I can eat a lot, but the way I eat today is yeah. Nope. I had 2 slices of sweet potato pie too. I don't really eat sweets like that either. So my brother is full. I'm full. So I'm gonna eat. I probably won't eat tomorrow till like 3:00. I'm dead ass. I typically don't eat before 11 anyway. I probably won't eat till 3:00. Right at Cigar Code. That's where I'm gonna be. And looking forward to seeing y'all out there. Matter of fact, I'm sitting here. I'm playing. I forgot. I got this. I'm talking about it. Why don't I just put it up on the screen? This is where we at tomorrow, man. Black Friday, Black Smoke. Not to be confused with Black Smoke Miami. Shout out to my brother TK. This is just a Black Smoke because the Eagles are wearing all black. That's the concept. They're wearing all black in the game. So, and it's Black Friday, Black Smoke, Cigar Code, 3 to 8 tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I keep forgetting to get the flyer. Tomorrow night, too, Fade to Black, I'll say Men of Bacot. Stop at Clay at the Pyramid Club. So put that shit on. Get fly for tomorrow night. We're going to watch the game first, and then, you can go home and get dressed and, do it all like that. But that's what we're doing, man. That's what I'm doing. I don't know about y'all, but that's the move. That's the move for the kid. I'm in the Kappa Shed. I don't know if I told y'all that, but if you didn't know, I got some of my utility stuff over here on this side. I got the, bang bang, got the cane because I don't shimmy, and we in there. I got some ankle weights over here. I don't even use them. What are you doing? Oh shit! I'm turn my light up. Well, that look kind of dope. I'm gonna still turn my light back on now. Anyway, don't mind me. I'll be bugging. But yeah, man. We out here. Well, not we, me. I'm out here. I'm gonna finish this cigar. So how y'all doing, man? Talk to me if you want to. If you don't, it's okay. I'll figure out stuff to talk about. Back to what I was getting into though. Oh shit, struggling with this one. I'm not a Cowboy hater. I don't hate no team. Fans irritate me. Like there's a lot of Cowboy fans in the Philly area. There's a lot of Niner fans in the Philly area. A lot of Steeler fans in the Philly area. Steeler fans aren't that obnoxious. Niner fans aren't that obnoxious. It's the Cowboy fans that are obnoxious, and I think it's because back in the 90s, when they were kids or whatever, the Cowboys were on TV all the time because they paid to be there, and they were winning at the time because they didn't get impacted by by free agency and what's up, Mark? What's up, brother? They didn't, once free agency hit and once the salary cap hit, the Cowboys haven't been the same since. And they're the only team that hasn't been able to overcome that. That's what's crazy. Like the Cowboys in the 90s were the shit, right? And then free agency hit, I think, in 91. And then the salary cap, I believe, hit in like 94, 95. So once those players rolled off after 96, they couldn't get nobody else, man. They couldn't get nobody else. And I mean, they've had good teams since then, but they just don't know how to win. They haven't picked winners. And it's not a knock. Again, I'm just speaking facts. The since oh shit, I'm getting ash all on me. Since free agency and the salary cap era, the Eagles have been one of the best teams in the NFL. Along with and I don't quote me, but the most playoff wins, I think, since 91, the Eagles, I think, are like third. They're the top in the NFC East, but I think they're like third. I think it's like the Patriots, Green Bay, San Fran. I think for Eagles. I think. Y'all look it up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up. Look it up right now. Boop. Why not? Hold on. Most playoff wins in NFL since 1991. And I say 1991 because of my point that I'm making. So, Patriots is first. I shared that. Jerry Jones is also, oh yeah, big time. I love Jerry Jones for y'all. I love him for y'all. I hope he never leaves y'all. So let me see. I'm gonna look it up. Y'all can look it up with me. Oh wait. Child Bears have won 4 times. Oh wait, it's backwards. I'm like, wait, the Bears? Hell no. They did it backwards. NFL playoff wins since 1991. Why is it? Okay, here we go. Patriots, Packers, Eagles, and 49ers are tied for third. Then it's the Chiefs. Then it's the Steelers. Then it's the Cowboys. Now, notice, I'm going to give you all these numbers. The Patriots won 33 games in the playoffs since 1991. I say 1991 because that's when free agency was instituted. And I believe it was 91. 91. I'm not sure. Y'all can look that up too. The salary cap, I believe, came into effect around 94 ish, right? So I did 91 to prove a point. Now, if you go, and since 91, there's 33 for the Patriots, 24 for the Packers. Eagles and the 49ers both have 22. And the Chiefs, 21, Steelers, 20, Cowboys, 16, Bills, 15, Broncos, 15, and then the Colts at 15. So those are the top 10 teams, playoff wins. The Giants are right behind the Colts. They're at 11 with 12 wins, 11th spot with 12 wins. So, but the top 10 teams out of all of those teams, like since, well, let me back up. Now I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to, I said 94 was the, let me look that up too. When did the salary cap start in the NFL? 1994. Your boy's on it. Your boy is on it. Don't freaking test me. So, like I said, oh, my bad. I'm talking. The salary cap hit in 1994. Why my damn phone do that? So, and the way the salary cap works is once they gave teams a chance for the salary caps to roll off, right? So I'm going to do 94 just for shits and giggles. It's going to be pretty much the same, but remember the numbers that I gave you. Patriots still have 33. Packers still have 23. Eagles now have 21. So they won one playoff game between 91 and 94. That's what that means. Steelers 20, 49ers. The top 10, the Cowboys fall out of the top 10. Now they're down to 9. So they had 16 playoff wins since 1991. And just in those 3 years after, listen to me. I'm sounding like a Cowboy hater, but I'm not. But I'm just making a point to the Cowboy fans that are in my, purview, because I know a lot of y'all. And there's nothing wrong with y'all. Well, there might be a little bit wrong with y'all. But 1991, when free agency hit, Cowboys had 16 playoff wins since 91 till now. We're going till now, right? They were in the top 10. They were 7. Salary cap hit in 94. So between 91 and 94, they went from 16 playoff wins all the way down out of the top 10 to 9 playoff wins. So they won 7 playoff games between 91 and 94. Some Super Bowls too. Not taking that away. Now, it takes 2 years. It took 2 years for that salary cap, some of them players to roll off. So now we're going to go to 96. Okay. Hold on. Corey, what you talking about? Hold on, Corey. There we go. I got my partner, Corey, coming in. So now we're going to go to 96. Okay. And now, this is what's crazy. Playoff wins, most playoff wins since 1996, the last year the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. The number 1 team, Green Bay Packers, 20 wins. Tied for first place, the Philadelphia Eagles, 20 wins, playoff wins. Steelers at 17, 49ers at 17, Colts at 13, Bills at 7. Wait. I did something wrong. My bad. Back up. I did something wrong. Patriots are still the number 1 team at 33, which tells you that they built their team after the salary cap era. That was my other point. The Patriots, we all know what the Patriots have done from 99 until, last year. And shit, they good this year too. But they're not last year, but after Brady. But let me make sure nobody coming in this. Corey, you trying to come in? Oh, no, you good. All right. So, so since 96, Patriots. Okay, here come Corey.
Yeah. Dang.
What up? I'm giving these people a lesson in playoff wins and good teams. So I'm gonna back up for you just so you can kind of keep up to where I'm at. Because I'm watching, I'm an Eagles fan. I don't know who your team. You 49ers?
No, I'm a kind of good football fan, but I like to watch the Eagles. I like to watch Lamar.
So the point I was making is just in general, when people talk about, how great their team was and how many trophies they got, this is that, whatever. I was making a point about the Cowboys because they won again today. They beat the Eagles Sunday. They won again today. Like, their offense looks really good. Like, I'm not a Cowboy hater. I hate obnoxious fans that don't really know the game. They just follow the hype. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
I made a point, and I started off the top of my dome, but then I started doing just, getting the actual numbers. So my point that I always make with Cowboy fans, and they're the only team that this has impacted, is that when free agency hit in 91, right? What I did was the most playoff wins since 1991, right? The Cowboys were at number 7. It was Patriots. It was in the top 7 in no particular order, but the Cowboys were 7, Patriots were 1. I think Eagles were tied for 3rd with Green Bay or San Fran. I think with 22 wins. Patriots had 33. Because the Patriots built their shit after salary cap and free agency. But free agency was 91. Salary cap was 94. And the way the salary cap worked when they instituted it was it took 2 years for the rules to kind of come into play, because a lot of teams, Cowboys, and 49ers were buying players. You know what I'm saying? They were just throwing. Jerry was like bang, 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 bang. You could buy whoever you wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and we all know that the Cowboys won like 3 inside of that from 91 to 96, right?
Hmm.
So 91 was free agency. Cowboys were number 7, right? In most playoff wins since 1991. Salary cap hit in 94. Cowboys dropped from number 7 down to number 12. Eagles were
Wow.
still Eagles were still in the top 3, right?
Right.
And this kind of this is where I was at when you jumped on. Now 96, right? 2 years after salary cap, 5 years after free agency, right? Most playoff wins since 96. Did I do that? Now you got Patriots are number 1 still because they built their team after free agency and the salary cap.
Hmm.
Packers are number 2 with 20 wins. Eagles are tied with the Packers with 20 wins.
Wow.
Chiefs got 18, Steelers 17, 49ers 17, Broncos 14, Rams 14, Seahawks 14, Colts 13, Giants 11, Bucks 11, Panthers, Vikings, Jaguars, Falcons, Titans, Bills, Jets, Cardinals, and at the 21 slot, the Dallas Cowboys. 5 playoff wins since 1996. That's when the salary cap hit and started hurting teams. And the only team it seemed to hurt, well, some teams just sucked anyway. But those top teams that were in the top, well, the Cowboys were in the top 7 since 91. They went from the
Right.
top 7 to 12 all the way down to 21. Now, I'm saying all that to say that they haven't been able to do anything without buying players, but every other team kind of sort of figured it out. Some of the teams that were used to winning. Now, Eagles
Coaching.
hadn't had a Super Bowl, but
Right.
now they got 2. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They might get 3. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling the offense yet, but some of these
Right.
other teams, like the Patriots, like what they did was just, people say they cheated, and I do believe they might have, but especially getting caught with the Spygate shit. But it is what it is. The motherfucking what you call it, Donovan now still threw the damn interceptions. So
Correct.
the goal of the quarterback is to not throw it to the other team. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But,
That is
what I mean? Like that's not an Eagles jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
don't throw it there. So I can't.
Right.
Yeah, they cheated. They got caught, but what you gonna do?
And
Still.
to Donovan's point, Donovan came from Syracuse, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you looked at Donovan as a quarterback, and here's what we have to be mindful of when we get players and kind of change what they do. Donovan at Syracuse was a long ball thrower. And they took him to a dink and dunk, these little short screen plays and all that kind of changed the kind of quarterback that he was. And if
Mm-hmm.
like anything else, if you don't continue to do what you're good at, you kind of lose that luster for what you're good at. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I've been underwhelmed to say the least with the offense of when I watch the Eagles games. I'm like, at this point, let fucking Jalen call the plays.
Yeah,
Let
let them
Jalen
cook.
call the
Let
plays.
them cook. Let them have fun, man. You got
Let
you
him
got
call the plays.
you got the best running back in the game, at least talent wise. He's not showing it. You got probably the two of the best receiver combos, if not the best top 5 for sure. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? You got a solid tight end. The offensive line ain't quite doing what they normally do, but they still solid. Let them cook, man. Let them cook. See what
Right.
happens.
And I love when Mr. Smith gets the ball. You know what I mean? It's like I really think that kids who are smaller, not necessarily height wise, but just smaller in stature, even in basketball, like you should be able to look at cats like him and be inspired that he is out there with people almost double his size
Yep.
catching wreck.
Nah,
Like he
yo,
getting busy.
I'm that little dude. You know what I'm saying? I had basketball. I had Spud Webb. You know what I'm saying? I was taller than Muggsy Bogues, but basketball I had
Right.
Spud Webb. Football I had Mark Duper. Mark Duper was like 5'8", 5'9"
Hmm.
with the Dolphins, man. So they cats like that inspired me. So I'm sure Smitty's inspiring some of these cats. Now Smitty's taller, but he might be
He's
he might not be 100 pounds. I mean 200 pounds. He might not be 200.
right.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm not either, but I'm not out there playing football. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Not at
With
that level.
Joker double your size coming at you, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
always, I'm always when he makes catches in tight spaces, and when Jalen puts the ball in tight spaces, I'm like, wow, and I really think I'm almost inclined to believe, and I ain't been in nobody's film watching sessions. I'm almost inclined to believe that a lot of teams' scheme was to stop Saquon Barkley.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
100%,
mean?
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
We're
we
doing.
don't really care what happens. And then I'm like, there's always some scuttlebutt between a quarterback and his receiver. A receiver always wants the ball. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when you got the threats on the field, they're absolute threats. Now, is Lane back? Did Lane Johnson come back?
Nah, he's not probably. He's probably not gonna be back for shit. He might not be back to the playoffs though.
Right. And I think those kind of key pieces, because though he may not be he can't be everywhere. He's
Mm-hmm.
definitely vocal. I know you get cats like that's vocal. I really would like to be inside the mind of the Jason Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what made you want to walk away from that? You know what I mean? Like, what made you want to walk away
Well,
from that? But
he said it, man. His body was breaking down.
I get that.
He's what? He's almost 40.
I get
So
that. Yeah, he was taking a beating.
yeah, I mean he's smaller. To be on offensive lineman, he's a smaller dude.
Yeah.
So,
But
but
I'm always, Mike, I'm always thinking about the vocal contributions, the team morale. The guys that kind of live above the fray, kind of quiet in other times, but when they hit the field, that's when they liven up and get people involved. And I think a lot of times winning is mental, to get you
mhm,
to believe in yourself, to believe that y'all can
100%.
overcome and achieve. Like that, with the game where we had a 21-point lead over the Cowboys and they lost. I'm like,
Right.
how do you do that? How do
Yeah.
you let that slip away? You
Mhm.
know,
They
to
got cocky.
to yeah, no.
They
And
got cocky. I mean, and the Cowboys didn't give up. I mean, shit, I give
of
them
course
credit.
not.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't give up. They got a
Hell
decent
no.
offense, but cats got
What's the
cocky. They started making
what's
mistakes.
what's
I
the
mean,
bull's name? Pickens?
Pickens,
This is
George
the
Pickens.
first time I've really seen him like that. I'm like, oh, he's
He
showing
was
out.
he was nasty in Pittsburgh, man.
He's showing out.
Yeah, he's really showing
Uh,
off now. He had a good game today too. I watched him today. He was doing his thing. But they beat the Chiefs today.
yeah, I
Um,
saw that.
but the Chiefs ain't what they used to be either though. Not this year. Truly they were falling off last year, but they
Right.
still were good enough to get to the big game. But you see what the Eagles did to him in the big game, and
Mm-hmm.
what happened was the Chiefs, Steve Spagnuolo, he said it. I keyed on Saquon. I wanted to stop Saquon. If they beat us the other way, so be it. Now, mind you, the defense was lights out last year too. The
Right.
defense, they put the offense in great positions last year. That's why in the Super Bowl, that's why the Eagles scored so much. They got the
Right.
turnovers, they got the pick six. You know what I'm saying? They were fucking up
Right.
Mahomes' rhythm, the whole nine. So that's why it was a blowout. I think had the defense been the way it is to this year, they still would have won the Super Bowl, but it wouldn't have been a blowout. It would have been a closer game.
Right.
Because the defense this year is good, but nothing like last year. Last year was bananas.
And the more I watch football, even on a high school level, like I'm watching how, you know, they say defense wins games, but it's about the positioning on the field that the defense allows you to have certain advantages,
Right,
where certain plays work. Like I know a high school team that don't have a kicker and
right.
they be cooking people. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like, how y'all doing this with and every time y'all get a 2-point conversion, and now I think I talked to one of their statisticians, Mike. This high school team that I'm talking about does not have a kicker, has not had a kicker the last 2 years, and they got an 80% 2-point conversion rate.
Damn.
That's phenomenal.
Right.
That's damn near automatic. You know what I mean? And like a couple weeks ago, they just recently lost to, I think, the word was, and I wasn't there to see the game. The word was the referees got kind of involved, some fluky ghost calls at the end of the game or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But these cats was putting 50 up on teams
Mm-hmm.
to the point where the starting quarterback for the season, has not played a second half.
Right. That's crazy.
Between first quarter, second quarter, they pull him out. He has not played the second half. So I was really surprised that they got put out first round of the playoffs. But I am not surprised with the DIAA reffing. It's been going on
Yeah.
for years.
I mean,
For years.
teams figure stuff out too, man. Like I said with the Eagles, you said it earlier. Spagnuolo, the Chiefs defense coordinator, he set the blueprint on at least how to stop Saquon. Because
Right.
Saquon saved the Eagles a lot of games last year. And if
Hmm.
he was running anything like he was last year, the Eagles would fuck around and be undefeated right now. Like He just hasn't gotten going. So
Yeah.
teams are definitely loading the box on him, and they're forcing Jalen to throw, which makes the team one-dimensional. But now it's okay, we're loading the box, but we're still setting up the right type of secondary to at least make it difficult. Sometimes the receivers ain't open. I mean, sometimes they are, but sometimes they ain't open. And
Right.
Jared's not going. He's not going to throw it. He don't want. He don't want. He don't want fucking turn the ball over. So he's not just going to throw it. If he don't think they open, he's not throwing that shit. So,
Right.
and that's where he ends up taking stupid sacks like he did against the Cowboys,
Yeah.
and some of the other teams. So, it's the fact that they're in every game. Like they're not. I mean, outside of that weird Giants game where they got blown out, they're in every game. Like,
Right.
and that's all. That's
Yeah.
all you want. Like the first, 4 or 5 games of the season. That's all. That's preseason. Nobody plays in preseason. So they still figure stuff out. The fact that the offense is still kind of sputtering, though, that bothers me. But I at least know why, and I hope they know why. I'm assuming they do because they know way more than I do. But I got a feeling, these next couple games. I mean, they got a game tomorrow. They got a couple. They got a couple soft opponents. I mean, tomorrow's not soft. They got the Bears tomorrow, but they got Washington twice. You know what I mean? They got the Chargers who are kind of iffy, but it's out there in LA. And then they got the Bills, who knows who they are anymore. So I
Right.
mean, Eagles. I mean, they should win the division. I mean, truly, if they lose 3 more games, they ain't gonna win the division. Because I don't think the Cowboys are gonna lose again because they on fire right now and they confident.
Right.
And the offense, they got, like I said, they got top offense. So and there isn't a team out there that just has a lights out defense this year like that. So ain't nobody
Right.
locking nobody down. So Cowboys, they gonna make a run. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs, but only way the Cowboys make the playoffs is if the Eagles just fall apart and lose again 3 out of the next 6 games. They got 6 games left. They go 4-2, they win the division basically, and that's all you can ask for. I mean, they might not get that top seed because the Rams look like they lights out, but
Right.
but nah, man, teams are making it difficult. But I mean, they're the Super Bowl champs. You always gonna get a team's best because everybody wants to beat the Super Bowl champs because they didn't make
Right.
the Super Bowl. So
Right.
it's their for lack of a
Get
better term, it's their Super Bowl. They
get
y'all the
back.
champ. Yeah, y'all the
Right.
champ. We coming for y'all.
Right.
So I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Joe, what's up, Luke? Joe Barnhart in the chat. What up?
Yo, new J5 gonna be crazy, man.
Oh yeah, we
J5
got
gonna be crazy.
yeah, it is. We got a lot of shit going on J5 too, man. We got Friday night at Cigar Code, Saturday doing a day party at Vera, and then on J5's a Monday this year, so we at Sin City on that Monday. So
Hey.
yeah, I'm getting a flyer together for all that shit now, man. We got to rock
Got
with
it.
man. So we're gonna be rolling.
Got
And,
it.
and Friday, and actually, shit, all of them are free. You got
Okay.
Cigar Code. I don't think we charging a Cigar Code. I know we're not charging at Vera, and Sin City is free before 9. So
Right.
we good. We good to go.
Solid. I'm gonna go hop in a hot tub, man. Finish drinking some of this Uncle Nearest. But I just wanted to come by, show some love, say
Appreciate you.
what's up to the people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a couple
Yeah.
folks peeking in and out.
Okay.
You can't see the chat, but it's people. Well, I don't know. Can you see the chat?
I can
over
see
there?
it. Yeah, I see Edward and then
Okay.
Sandra. Yeah, I see some of it.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Yes, sir.
All right, I'll holler at you, man. Be good.
If I knew. Yes, sir.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, that's my boy Corey, the Cigar Concierge. Y'all follow him on Instagram, man. The Cigar Concierge. Good dude. Good dude. Happens to be a noob too. Welcome to the Kappa Shed, everybody. But yeah. So back to what I was saying, man. Like, I don't hate no team, but some fans irritate me because I know they don't know what they're talking about, and they get excited about things that happened, years ago. But the reality is, y'all haven't caught up with everybody else. Y'all meaning my Cowboy friends. Y'all look good. Defense isn't that good, but y'all look good. Offense is, top of the league. But y'all gotta figure out how to win. And I think it's because of y'all owner. Mark Ray has said it in the chat earlier. It's because of y'all owner, man. Until y'all get rid of Jerry Jones, y'all gonna struggle. And it's a shame because there was a couple teams y'all had, man. That team with Des Bryant. Everybody say that was a catch. I think by today's standards, it might have been a catch. I don't know. I'm not gonna argue with it. If it was, if it wasn't, if he did catch it, he wasn't scoring. He didn't score. So what y'all gonna do? Who knows? If your aunt had balls, she'd be your uncle. Like, you can't get into that. I could say a lot of the same things about the Eagles. The Super Bowl with the Patriots. If this, if that. The Super Bowl they lost with the Chiefs. If this, if that. Like, I don't do that. What happens is what happened. And the other thing I don't do is that I'll never blame a referee. Corey started to talk about it, but I ain't gonna cut him off. I'll never blame a referee for a game. I was taught, and it was through basketball, but I was taught if you do what you're supposed to do and you step on their neck, the refs ain't gonna matter. Do your job, and the refs won't matter. If you are in a position or out of position, should I say, and you get called for something, that's on you. The refs are human. They're going to make mistakes. They miss calls sometimes. They make calls that they think they make the judgment call. They think it was a pass interference. They think it was this. They think it was that. Holding, you know how that go. They could call holding probably every play. So the picking and choosing of when they call it or whatever, you know, everybody talking, oh, it's a conspiracy. Oh, it's fixed. Oh, it's this. There are too many moving parts of a football game to fix a football game. They would have to practice together, each team, consistently, and choreograph the wins and the losses if it was fixed. It's not that easy, man. It's not. But people like to sit and whine and complain and make up these excuses. And, you know, some people have viable arguments about it. But the reality of it is, just like a guy like Steph Curry, who's probably the best three-point shooter, best foul shooter in the history of the game, Steve Kerr was one of the best in the game. They miss foul shots sometimes. They miss threes sometimes. Refs are going to miss a call. A quarterback misses a receiver. A receiver who is sure-handed drops a pass. It's all the same. And I can't make y'all see it any different. I don't want to. But my philosophy is do what you're supposed to do. The refs can't impact the game. If you let the refs impact the game, it's on you. You didn't do something. Eagles, there's a lot of things they didn't do in that Cowboy game last week or the other day. A lot of things, if they did the things that they were supposed to do, they would have blew the Cowboys out. They're a better team than the Cowboys. They are. I mean, y'all might not like it, but they're a better team than the Broncos. They lost to the Broncos. They're a better team than the Giants. They lost to the Giants. Eagles could easily be fucking, what would that be? They're 8-3, 11-0. They could be 11-0. A lot of teams could. I'm not just talking about my Eagles. There's a lot of teams, you make stupid mistakes sometimes in a game. So do referees. If you do what you're supposed to do, you won't have that problem. That's all. So you can't blame the referees for doing things that, oh, damn, my phone dead. Uh-oh, which means uh-oh. Oh, we back. It worked. Uh-oh. I got a low signal, but we're back. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, man, do what you're supposed to do, and the referees cannot impact the game. It's that simple. I can't put it no other way for y'all. For real. But that being said, tomorrow we're watching the Eagles and the Bears at Cigar Code. Their tickets are available. SupremeEventsGroup.eventbrite.com, or just go to Eventbrite, look up Supreme Events Group, look up Black Smoke Eagles viewing party. We're gonna be out there 939 North Delaware Avenue watching the game, man. And you know, smoking, eating. They got good food. The food is banging at Cigar Code. If you've never eaten there, you should come get the food. Food is good. Lamb chops, lamb sliders, chicken sliders, wings, the pasta. I don't even know what else they got. But it's definitely a vibe. Definitely a vibe. I ain't even checked my I didn't even check the IG. But yeah, man, you know, essentially that's it. I'm almost done. I'm about to try to finish this cigar. But I hope y'all had a good day today with your family, your friends, and everybody. Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving is hard for me because both of my parents going, my grandma going, my aunt going. I mean, I have my sister. Shout out to my sister. Happy Thanksgiving. I have, you know, obviously, you know, other family per se, but Thanksgiving. But you know, I do it obviously for the kids and you know for everybody. So you know, let them. Everybody. It's all about getting together. I enjoy getting together with everybody else. I do. I'm not knocking anybody else, But it's hard, man. When you don't got your mom, your mom, my grandma, they was my peoples. Thanksgiving, them cherry pies. Come on, man. So one time for my mom, my grandma, my aunt. But even though, well, my grandma used to drink, but my mom didn't really drink. My aunt didn't drink. So yeah, for those that lost somebody, I'm with you. I feel it. I don't get overly emotional about it. But it's just I'm just not big on it like I used to be, and it's selfish. I know everybody deals with what they deal with the way they deal with it, but I don't slight my children because of it. You know what I'm saying? I just personally am not super excited about it. Because I want to look around the corner and see the people that I can't see no more, right? And I know people that lost people. I'm sure y'all feel the same way. It's not easy, but we move forward, man. The windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason. The rearview mirror is there so you don't forget. The windshield is there so you can see the big picture and keep moving forward. For those that don't know what that means, you can't dwell. That's why it's so small. You can't dwell in the past, right? You can't, you can peek at it every now and then. Don't forget it. Never forget your people. Never forget where you've been. Never forget where you came from. But you got to focus on where you're going. Windshield. Y'all weren't ready for that. I stole that from my pop. Shout out to my pop, who's also not here, who also drank. Shout out to my brother, who's also not here, who also drank. So yeah, y'all see where I'm at. What y'all up to though? I see y'all watching. Holla at your boy. What y'all want to talk about? I done gave y'all a history lesson, NFL history lesson on playoffs and how teams have been able to manage the salary cap and the free agency, and how one team in particular just hadn't figured it out, but they used to have it figured out when they could buy players. There were a lot of teams that bought players back in the day, but mainly the 49ers and the Cowboys. And since then, the 49ers have figured out how to still, remain relevant from a playoff win perspective. Not as much as the Patriots, the Packers, and the Eagles, because they're the top 3 team playoff win wise since the salary cap. So there's something there. Shout out to Howie Roseman. There's something there. But I don't make stuff up. I just looked it up, and I know it, but I just looked it up to confirm it for some of y'all who thinks I'm making shit up. Go look it up. Look up most playoff wins since 91 when free agency hit, most playoff wins since 94 when the salary cap hit, and then most playoff wins since 96 when the salary cap actually took effect on teams. Look those 3 dates up and see who kept winning after that. Because that's what made it a challenge. You couldn't just buy players. If you could just buy players, go buy them. It's kind of how college football is right now. College football, if you could buy players, you go to the most popular place who has the most money. That's what's happening with college football. That's why people notice nobody's talking about Deion Sanders no more. They talking about his son a little bit, and they show his picture every now and then, but nobody's really following Colorado football no more because they're not good. They never ended up getting good. I can't tell another man what to do, but what I think Deion Sanders should have done was, if he was going to leave Jackson State, he should have went to another HBCU. Shout out to Deshaun Jackson, who has turned Delaware State's football program around. Shout out to Marshall Faulk, who is now going to be the head football coach at Southern University. HBCUs need the popularity guy, because players will come. When Prime went to Jackson State, all of a sudden, Travis Hunter, who before he got hurt was probably going to be rookie of the year, he went to Jackson State first. Shedeur Sanders, who just threw a beautiful bomb the other day for the Browns, his son, was at Jackson State, HBCU. They followed him to Colorado, which I get. So did a lot of people. But when Prime was at Jackson State and HBCU, players were all going to HBCUs. Not all, but a lot. Some of them came to my FAMU. Some of them came to some of these other schools. They were going to HBCUs because guess what? Now, with the internet and social media and everything else, if you're good, you will be spotted. You will be found. Dallas Cowboys got Marquise Bell, FAMU. Xavier Smith, Rams, FAMU. Jennings, running back, Patriots, FAMU. And that's just FAM. I know there's others from Jackson State and from South Carolina State and some other players, HBCUs in the NFL. But I think these kids need that exposure to the HBCU life. They do. Um, they're not treated like a number when they go to these PWIs. They're not treated like a commodity. Excuse me, when they go to these PWIs. Now, especially with the NIL deals, shit, they don't even need the big school money because they got NIL deals. If you popular, if you really, really that good, if you really that dude, you can go anywhere you want. I wanted Kobe Bryant to go to HBCU. May he rest in peace. Because I know he could have went anywhere for a year just to gain that popularity. I wish I was as good as these guys coming out of high school. Because I was going to HBCU. It didn't matter. Now, when I first was in high school, I wanted to go to Syracuse because I was a big Syracuse fan. Billy Owens, you know what I'm saying? Jim Boeheim. I actually met Jim Boeheim at a camp. I met Mike Krzyzewski at a camp. I never would have went to Duke. I was a big UNLV fan. Never met Jerry Tarkanian. May he rest in peace. But I wanted to go to those schools because it was popular. But at some point, something hit me, and I honestly I don't remember what it was, but when I was in about 10th or 11th grade, I was like, I'm going to a black college. School days had some influence. I'm going to a black college. It wasn't until I started doing my research that, because I was accepted to Howard, Morehouse, Johnson C. Smith, and Hampton. I hadn't even applied to FAMU yet. I was going to go to Morehouse because of Martin Luther King, because of Spike Lee. And I visited FAMU. Shout out to Dr. Leonard Johnson. May he rest in peace. Also a Newt from the Alpha Z chapter. Shout out to Alpha Z. I met him when I was in high school, my senior year of high school. And not only did he take me on a trip, and me and my boys, Steve and Dukes, and a bunch of other kids from the Philly area down to FAMU in March of 1992, he gave us education. He walked us into the door of the president at the time, President Frederick S. Humphreys, may he rest in peace, who just got a statue on our campus. Shout out to all my Humphreys era Rattlers. He walked us in the door of that president, and he talked to us about FAMU. And the main thing he said to me that stuck in my head, because I knew at that point, I'm visiting FAMU, so I did some research. I will say this, I'm going to back up and I'm going to get back to my point. When I was in high school, when I went to my guidance counselor's office, I don't know, like back then, I don't know, how they do it now, but back then, there was a bunch of college prospectus or whatever, information on colleges, like little booklets in your guidance counselor's office. And he didn't really have many HBCUs. I think he had Cheney and Lincoln. He had Johnson C. Smith because my assistant principal at the time, Jerome Smith, what's up, Mr. Smith? He went to Johnson C. Smith. So, but my guidance counselor, he said to me, he's like, dude, you got amazing grades and great student, good athlete and everything else. He's like, why do you want to go to HBCU? Why don't you go to a real college? Yes, that's what he said. Why don't you go to a real college? I got up and walked out of his office. I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'll be good. I'm fine. So I went and did my own research, did my own digging, and ended up getting accepted to, like I said, Howard, Hampton, Morehouse, and Johnson C. Smith. So I gotta keep puffing because I'm trying to finish up. So sitting in President Humphrey's office, he told me, he said, there is not a college in the country right now that is going to have more Black merit scholars enrolled in their freshman class than FAMU. Not Harvard, not Yale, not Penn, not Princeton, not any Ivy League school, not any other HBCU, not any other college in the country is going to have more. And this is before we decided we were going. We just added to it. But at that point, prior to us, applying and getting accepted to FAMU, they already had more Black merit scholars. And this is the incoming freshman class of 1992. They already have more Black merit scholars than any other college in the country. That impressed the shit out of me because that let me know not only was I going to a Black school to be around a bunch of people that look like me, that have potentially been through what I've been through. And if you knew my life, you would understand where I'm coming from. But whether they did or whether they didn't, I was going to be around some of the smartest Black people I would ever be around in my life. Ever. And some of the people that I know because of FAMU proves it. And I'm not going to name drop, but there's a lot of dope people that came out of FAMU in that era that I was there, Humphrey's era. So I like this one more time. So that sold me, among other things. We left Philly. It was March 14th, 1992. We left Philly. It was snowing. We got to FAMU. It was 85 degrees. Me and Steve and Dukes, if you know my boys, you know who they are. We looked at each other at the same time. We was like, oh, yeah, we going here. Because it was after our meeting with Humphreys. I burnt my damn finger. It was after our meeting with Humphreys, the president of FAMU at the time. So we already knew what type of school we were going to. But man, the weather, the energy, the vibe, it's unmatched. Unmatched. And I'm sure my other HBCU alumni, brothers and sisters, have a similar experience about their school. And I don't knock any of them. I'm sure had I went to Morehouse, I would have had a great time and, great education, and Johnson C. Smith and Howard and Hampton. I'm not knocking any of them schools. I'm sure if I had gone to Penn, I would have had a good time, blah, 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 whatever. But I changed nothing about FAMU because there's a lot of things that happened to me at FAMU that I know would not have happened had I not gone to FAMU. I would not be who I am today, and I love who I am today. So shout out to FAMU. Back to these coaches. I need y'all to start coaching at these HBCUs. Prime, come on back to the HBCU. Some of y'all other spot, Mike Vick, good job at Norfolk. I know the team isn't as good, but I love you, brother, for going back home. Basically, I mean, that's he's from around that area, and taking them kids under your wing and taking on that responsibility. It takes a lot to be a head football coach, for one. So, for it to be y'all first coaching job, I hope that y'all stick with it and start recruiting some of these players because they want to be. There's a lot of kids that wanted to be Deshaun Jackson. There's a lot of kids that definitely wanted to be Michael Vick. And I'm not saying slight neither one of them. Mike Vick was that dude before he went to jail. Even when he came out of jail after that dog crap. When he came to Philly, man, he was that dude. Like that year, that 2011, when they played together, woo. I went to the game in Washington where he threw that bomb first play of the game to Deshaun Jackson. Like Mike Vick was that dude. That Giants game where they were down, I think it was, 31-10 in the fourth quarter, I think. Something like that. It was on my birthday, too. December 19th, baby. Sagittarius season. I'll never forget that game. My daughter, shout out to Michaela, she said they were down 21 points. She said, but Dad, isn't that only just 3 scores? I was like, yeah. I was like, but it's gonna be tough. If they didn't come back and win, I was like, man, bless this little girl's heart. She was a little girl at the time. She's 23 now. But shout out to my daughter Deja. Made me a grandpa. But man. Anyway, what y'all got going on though, man? Y'all just got me yapping. Y'all just looking at me talk. Y'all know I could talk all day. Or all night in this case. It's already after midnight. Y'all staring at y'all phone. Y'all sleeping on y'all phone watching me talk. That's what we doing. Popping in, popping out. But yeah, man, that's about it. I done that cigar. Finishing up this Antiguan rum. Shout out to Mikey Burkis for bringing it back to me. I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. You got an extra day. Today was one day to just chill and enjoy family, and friends, and whatever else you wanted to enjoy. Tomorrow, Black Friday. If you shopping, I'm not doing no shopping on Black Friday. I got the internet. I got Amazon, whatever. But I shop. I wait till the last minute. But then, we watching the game tomorrow. Like I said, at Cigar Code. And then we got Saturday, Sunday, man. You know, you got a whole weekend to just kind of chill, vibe out, reconnect, reset and get back to your work weeks and whatever it is you got to do. You know, I got my work I got to do. Got Sin City on Monday for Monday Night Football. Back at Cigar Code for Cigar and B. We got the Roughnecks coming back to perform again. We got a couple birthdays. Team Sagittarians in the building. It's Sagittarius season. That's my season. My birthday not for a couple weeks, but we started out Sagittarius season. So shout out to Sherelle and Janice who will be celebrating their birthdays, and anybody else who wants to celebrate your birthday, man. Y'all want to celebrate your birthday with me? Let me know. I got 2 events a week. I wouldn't call it parties, but 2 events a week to come out, bring some friends out, enjoy yourselves. If you smoke or if you don't. And then we got Mushaloo Nights, December 12th, Friday night, December 12th, 10 to 2. Mushaloo Nights, eventbrite.com. You can get tickets for that. And, just come enjoy yourself. The deck is heated. It's heated. Every time I say Mushaloo, people freak out. Oh, it's going to be cold. No, man, it's heated. It's warm. The folks that were there last month can tell you. We did the Scorpio Bash, Scorpio season sweater weather when we did that. It was hot on the boat. So it's gonna be hot on the boat. Even when it's cold outside, you put the sides down, throw them heaters on. I'm telling you, it's gonna be warm. Ugh. I can't say it enough. But that's all I got, man. I'm a check out. But I appreciate y'all for watching and vibing with me, and, jumping in the chat. Shout out to Corey for popping on real quick. I like to do this. I usually do this. I think I've done this every year on Thanksgiving night. I think I've done this every year for the last 5 years. So I'll probably keep doing it because why not? Don't forget to pop up podcast Wednesday also with me and DJ Flow. And y'all just be safe. Be safe out there, man. There's a lot of amateurs out there driving. Some of y'all know I had an accident a couple weeks ago. Car still in the shop. I missed my car. It got me driving a rental, and it's not the same. So y'all be safe out there, man. Try to be aware of everything. I couldn't avoid her. She came right into my lane on the highway, but I'm here to talk about it, so that's all that matters. Car's getting fixed. I'll get it back soon. Hopefully tomorrow. But y'all have an amazing, amazing weekend. Love y'all, man. Y'all be safe, and follow me. If you don't follow me, follow me. Follow Smoking Silver Fox on Instagram. Y'all watching here on Facebook or Twitch or YouTube or whatever, man. Just jump in, holler at your boy, man. I like to be the reason y'all have a good time. That's why I do what I do. It ain't about the money. I don't make no money on Mondays and Wednesdays. It's a free party. You know what I mean? I like to be the reason y'all have a good time. So come have a good time with your boy. Even if it ain't with me, if it's because of something I told you. I'll tell you about other stuff that's going on that ain't mine too, because I like to make sure people know. So that's about it. Signing off. Y'all be safe out there, man. Like I said, and hopefully I'll see y'all soon somewhere in the city. Later.